more is fill us in a little bit about the whole project.
Monica and I taught a summer school class with our students that will be future third graders in the fall, and had 43 right around there that came, and we did lots of projects with them. We got to work with Miss Jena Ball, the author of the CritterKin book. And they actually went through and they read the book with Jena. They did some blogging, they did some arts and crafts, they made a quilt, and they actually did all of the quilting with the help of one of the teachers at our building who is a quilter, so she kind of helped them write the process. It was a neat experience for the kids, and they ended the 3 weeks with a hike that they put on the last chapter.
It was a wonderful project-based learning activity, working with people kind of outside the walls of our core classroom. And on the opposite side of the material quilt they made is it's an augmented reality through Nebraska. They actually made a paper quilt, and I think that just turns around, Brittany. And Erasmus is an app you find on the iPad. And what the third graders did, with the help of Jena Ball, since she's the illustrator of the books too, they actually created dogs on their own, and she helped with the drawing. And then what we did, with the help of Ann Feldman, one of our tech coordinators, is that we actually, the dogs come to life.
There we go. And the whole project was geared towards the theme of kindness and treating others with kindness and respect. And so the kids brainstormed words that meant how to be kind to them. We had thoughtful, love, nice, and considerate. And then they also did a heart activity that all the different words of kindness. And were able to draw a dog. She taught them how to draw because she's also the illustrator of the book. And with a specific app on our iPads, they were able to record themselves speaking as the dogs. And then when you scan the picture, it actually comes up with the talking. So it was a really neat way for them to have a
So all you do is just zoom into one of the dogs. We'll do this one. Maybe this one. It should be, yeah, because I used to also. I'm going to use this one. I hope it's an internet connection. Yeah. We'll try one of them. And then it'll be actually, when you zoom in, you'll see one of the kids talking to the second dog. Here we go. Okay.
So it's hard to hear because it's all on here, but you can actually hear the kids talking about the dogs. Fun way to do it.
And so when we're done here, you guys can borrow an iPad. So, and now we'll turn it over to Ms. Jena Ball, the author who had the privilege and honor of working with these past 3 weeks in, or the 3 weeks in summer school. Jena?
Thank you. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here and to be able to see Monica and Brittany again. You never want to meet two more committed and inspiring teachers. They were fabulous. So in thinking about this little event today, what I wanted to do was give you a taste of what it was like for the kids to create things related to kindness. As you know, the theme was kindness, but our challenge was to make kindness real for the kids by letting them experience it and then practice it in really practical ways. We wanted them to come away from the experience with something tangible they could hold in their hands, and as you can see, they really did. Since I'm a storyteller, I figure the best way to teach kindness and get kids to experience and use it and make sense of it is to tell a story. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of the exercises that we did with the kids and let you experience yourself what it was like, because kindness, of course, is universal and is not only related to third graders. So I'm going to start with a story. We read, as Monica and Brittany explained, we read the book that I wrote and illustrated, Lead With Your Heart. We read a chapter every day, and then we discussed it and drew things and wrote. It was fantastic. So I'm going to do just what I did with the kids, and I'm going to start with a story about Lance, and he's a misunderstood black pit bull whose life is changed by kindness. So before we start, I'm going to ask you to do what I asked the kids to do, and stretch, and get all the muscle angles out, so that you are prepared to listen. And believe me, with third graders, this is very important. Okay? So put on your listening caps, as we say, and this is the first chapter of Lance's story called People Are Perplexing. My name is Lance, the super smart, stunningly handsome, extra special friend of Marshall, Rennie, Sandra, and Mom. They are my people, and this is the story of how they became my family. As you will see, it took time to figure family out. That's because my life began with people who didn't love me. They tied me to a tree and tried to make me fight other dogs. This was not my idea of fun, so I ran away. I had many adventures as a homeless dog, but I was often cold and hungry. Then I met a strange and wonderful person at the dog park. Her name is Miss Jenaia, and she understands dogs. In fact, she understands dogs so well, I suspect she's really a dog disguised as a person. Do you think that's possible? Anyway, Ms. Jenaia agrees with me. People are perplexing. For example, did you know that if you bark for joy like this, heavy, 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 some kids will cry? But if you smile and wag your tail, they giggle. Sometimes they even hug you. Hugging is a people thing, but if you stand very still and try not to drool, they'll stop. Then, if you're lucky, they'll scratch your back or rub your belly. Belly rubs are the best. Have I told you about Marshall? He's the boy Ms. Jenaia gave me at the dog park. Marshall smells like boy sweat and chocolate milk, which he drinks right out of the carton when Mom isn't looking. He also smells like grease from his bike, old peanut butter sandwiches, and tennis balls. In my opinion, the best tennis balls are soggy, well chewed, and covered with dirt and grass. Marshall disagrees. Oh, yuck, Lance, he said when I brought him my favorite ball. I'll get you a new one, I promise. No, 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 I barked. I smiled and wagged my tail to show I liked my tennis ball just fine. Throw it, throw it, throw it, I barked. Marshall wrinkled his nose, picked it up with 2 fingers, and threw it in the trash. Soon a new smelly ball appeared, and I had to start all over. People can be a little dumb sometimes. The other members of Marshall's pack are Rennie, Mom, Sandra, and a large, lazy cat named Princess. Princess spends her days sleeping on Sandra's bed, then wanders around the house at night pretending to hunt mice. There are no mice in our house, but Princess needs a job. I'm glad I'm not a cat. In my old home, I spent all my time outside, so you can imagine how surprised I was when Ms. Jenaia invited me to go inside Marshall's house. Use your best manners, Lance, Ms. Jenaia said. She asked me to sit, then knocked on the front door. Marshall and his mother opened the door and invited us in. Mom, this is the dog I told you about, Marshall said. His name is Lance. Honey, he's gigantic, Mom said. I thought you were talking about a small dog. He's very gentle, Ms. Jenaia said. Can we keep him, Mom? Marshall asked. Even though I couldn't understand the words, I knew Mom was worried. Maybe it would help if she met me, I thought. I took 2 steps forward, sat down directly in front of her, and offered her my paw. Well, aren't you friendly, she said, taking my paw and shaking it. And handsome, I panted happily. I could tell she liked me. I'm going to say yes, Marshall, but this is just a trial, Mom said. Is that clear? Perfectly clear, said Marshall with a big smile. And you have to earn the money for his food and training and vet bills. There's no money in my budget for a dog. I'm sure we can work something out, said Ms. Jenaia. I've been needing an assistant. Okay, then, Mom said with a serious expression on her face. Welcome to the family, Hans. And that's the end of chapter 1. So, at the end of the first chapter, our challenge to the kids was to talk about kindness and what it meant. So I think Brittany and Monica would agree that if you just ask kids, you know, what does it mean to be kind? You get kind of vague answers like don't hit your brother, don't talk back to your mom, be nice. Because kids, while they're inherently kind, I mean, they have that tremendous compassion and potential for empathy, they don't really understand what that means until they experience it themselves. So what we did, and what we've given you, is a piece of paper with a big heart on it. Do you all have one?
Yes, I do.
And do you all have crayons? Because that's the really important part. So what I'm going to do is do what we did with the kiddos, and I'll switch my screen, and we're going to brainstorm. What does it mean to be kind? And we're going to fill our hearts with kind words. So let me share my other screen with you. Let me see. Where is it here? Then we'll get started. Oops, here we go. Okay, tell me when you can see the big heart. Can you see it? Yes? Okay. So what we ask the kids to do, taking turns of course, is to think of kind words, words that mean kindness. So who wants to start? Somebody give me a kind word.
Love.
Yeah, love. So what we said to the kids was, look in your color palette there on the Crayolas and choose a color that means love to you. So I'm going to choose red, pink red, and I'm going to write in the word love. Now they can put it anywhere they want, okay? So you go ahead and put in the word love into your heart, just like I'm doing. But you can do it, put it anywhere you'd like. Let me get like, there we go. So I'm going to put love right in the middle because it's so important. What's another one? Oh, come on, Brittany, Monica, help. Pardon me?
Happy.
Happy, good, okay. So I'll put happy over here, and we encourage the kids to make things upside down and sideways and squiggly, and doesn't matter. What's another one?
Thoughtful.
Thoughtful. I like that one, that's a good one. I'll make that one orange. Do you remember the really funny one, Brittany?
Something we had to check the spelling of too.
I thought the funniest one was chivalrous.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that kids knew the word chivalrous. So I'll make chivalrous here. How about that? So the idea is to fill your hearts with kindness, and we're going to keep going till we fill it up, and then I hope that you will share your hearts with Ben, and then he'll send them to us, and we'll add them to our kindness quilt. What's another good one?
Helpful.
Helpful. That's a good one. And in our discussions with the kids, we would say things like, well, give us an example of helpful. Give us an example of being thoughtful, so that they actually translate it into something real. What's another one?
Considerate.
Considerate. That's a great one. I think that was one of the ones that made it to the quilt, didn't it?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I remember trying to fit it in there. What else? I'll add one. How about hugs? More.
Nice.
I couldn't hear. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Nice. Yes. Good. One of the ones that the boys thought up, which I thought was really good, was gentle. Let's add that one.
Helpful.
Hey, this is Marty Keltz from the cloud. You're letting these people off too easy. Let them answer. Or make them go to the back of the room, or put a dunce cap on them. I mean, you know, you can't just sit there. You have to think of kindness words.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you're ruining the show. So I'm going to start calling on people soon. You know? So I want you to give Jenna some kindness words. Quickly.
Someone just said polite.
Polite.
See, that's the New York, Brooklyn accent isn't polite.
Yeah.
See that? It's pushy.
Yeah.
Somebody said polite. I'm going to write that down on my heart.
What else?
Come on, polite.
Helpful.
Helpful. We got helpful.
Sharing.
Oh, that's good.
Generous.
Ooh, that's a great one. I like that one.
Oh, the lady in the red sweater said something. I didn't hear her.
I didn't say anything.
She said, I think she
Well, then you're talking to your neighbor, which is not allowed.
Are you passing notes too? Terrible. Let's see.
They said thankful and sharing.
Ooh, that's good. Thankful's a great one.
Actually,
We're not making you.
I said sharing.
Oh, somebody said sharing. I didn't hear you. I apologize.
Sharing is good.
Full.
It's right to make.
hopeful.
Ooh, I like that one. That's a great one. Hopeful. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We should have had them repeat the words in the story, Jenna. One of the
Yes, we
things we
should.
did with the kids when Jenna reads them the stories, every time there is 3 words that are said in a row, the kids chime in during the story, and it creates some sort of immediate engagement, which is really wonderful. I think the other thing you're seeing is that there's real vocabulary building in this activity for the kids. And they get how they can take a particular idea and have a bunch of different words that they can use to describe that single idea. So it expands the vocabulary and the understanding of each of the children that are involved.
And I also think it's easier for kids to share.
Yes, yes, yes.
You get a group of kids and they're not hesitant or afraid to share, but sometimes as groups of adults, even myself, are more hesitant to.
Yes. I think the other thing is that, particularly with the boys, it's sometimes hard to get them to share and talk about the touchy-feely side of human relationships. And I think that this is something that makes it much more comfortable for them. And particularly when the focus is on dogs, it's not necessarily gender specific. So it's easier for them to relate to.
That's true.
Okay, so now you see what I'm doing here? I'm filling the hearts with colors, which I'd like you to do, and then we're going to choose which of the words in your big heart you like the best, and write them in to the 4 on the side.
You mean write a single word
Okay,
in
a single word. So, for example, one of my favorites out of this one is hugs.
Oh, I see. All right. That's great.
Is that okay? Okay, there's a method to my madness here. So indulge me and do a little coloring. Try to stay in the lines.
Are you going to take points off my grade?
I am. I'm going to test you after.
Good. State test.
Yeah, your favorite, I know.
Mhm.
Let's see. having a hard time because I can't change my orientation of my... Okay. So if everybody has their, let me know when everybody has their colors filled in and their words written in.
I have another word, cheerful. Cheerful.
Yes. Wonderful. Then what we ask the kids to do, and if you take a second to do this, that would be nice too, is using these 4 words, underneath you'll see there's a white space. Can you write one sentence that uses these words and talk about kindness? For example, I might write, I show kindness by sharing my toys, helping my mom, hugging my dog,
Smile. Very true.
and loving my bratty baby sister. So has everybody got the idea? Because I'm going to stop sharing and come back and talk to you a little bit, if that's okay. Come on. There we are. Now I can see you again. Or I thought I could. There we go.
You know, you could.
Whoa, what happened here?
Did we lose them?
Jenna disappeared. We lost Jenna.
Yeah, she'll be back. Oh, they just get to see me?
Yep, you're the only one on screen.
Oh my God. I don't know how to draw.
That's okay. They're working very hard on their sentences.
Yes? Good. Are they spelling the words correctly, Monica?
That's what I'm checking.
Okay, check their spelling.
You can color wherever you want. I'd like to see all of you try to draw the dog.
See, and that's what Monica walks around the room and she gives the kids gentle encouragement. Brittany does the same thing, and she says, oh, that's wonderful what you just did. Well, I'm getting panicked IMs from Jenna that her computer is having a nervous breakdown, so she's rebooting. So she'll be back.
Showing them how they break it down into little steps. Really neat to watch. They produced all of that. That was them. Monica's right to too. It was not. Monica's wasn't as pretty. It's kind of scary. Actually, kids were much better. Kids, yeah, they did a phenomenal job. Yeah. You can't tell at all that you're a teacher. You can tell. You can tell. You can't. No, not at all.
You know, one of the things I'm hoping is that when Jen is able to reboot, she can take you to the Pinterest page that we devoted to the quilt, and you can see the work the kids did, you know, on this very same activity. So what was nice about doing the hearts was the way in which it gave the kids their first taste of how what they were creating could be available for a larger public beyond just their class to see. So Pinterest was really the first step in doing that. And we were right from the beginning sharing the work. Monica, you might be able to find it on your iPad. And then we could, you know, pass it around, let people see. But one of the things that is very exciting about the technology, even the GHO that we're using right now, is the ability to go beyond the classroom walls, you know, and see, you know, what's happening outside the classroom, and also share what's happening inside the classroom with the world. How many of you guys have finished your hearts? If it was a state test, we'd be timing you.
They look good.
Oh, it looks like Jena may be back.
There she is.
I see her picture. There we are.
Yay! So sorry, guys.
I love that.
A very cranky drawing tablet software. And what it does is it starts to open and shut everything on my computer. It's crazy.
Jena, I was just going to ask them to come up and show us their hearts.
Yeah, so that's the next thing, since in the spirit of what we asked the kids to do, after everybody's done, we ask them to come up and show us their drawing so we can take a picture. So don't be shy. And if you are, then give them to Brittany and Monica, and they will absolutely hold them up for you.
No. They have to come up and they have to show their hearts.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no, otherwise they
come on
get...
out.
No, I'm not. Nobody's getting off the hook.
Okay, where's yours?
I didn't do them.
Yeah, of course.
I'm too busy bossing people around.
Really, we'd love to see, please.
There we go. See that? Look.
Here's the brave soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold it still. Yes. That's beautiful, actually. Could you read your sentence? I can't read it from here.
I show kindness by being happy, smiling, and hugging.
Yay!
Yay, I love it.
That's wonderful. More. You know, it's really wonderful to see the kids because you know, they're not used to getting up in front of people, and it's perfect.
Then we should go on next.
Hold it up a tiny bit more, sweetie. There we go. Okay, could you read yours to me?
I am kind when I am nice, happy, and thoughtful to the ones I love.
Yes.
Oh,
And you have a beautiful scarf, too. I love it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Only you could see her shoes.
I love that color. It's one of my favorite colors. Oh, my gosh.
Ah, yes.
Wow. Can you hold that up a little bit?
Oh,
That
now
is
I can.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, now I got a picture of me.
No. Your
Delete
skin
me.
is all covered. Don't worry.
We'll crop it.
Don't worry.
Right here.
Yeah.
I love to give hugs and show kindness by putting a smile on their faces.
Oh,
Yay.
that's a beautiful drawing too. I love the little connections to the art.
You get extra credit when you go outside the lines.
Hello, wizard. Here's my picture.
Hello, wizard.
Aww.
Oh, that's
I
great.
love it. It's beautiful. Can you read it to me?
Yes, I wrote, love is shown by being considerate of other people's feelings. It's easy to be nice when you love yourself.
That's
Oh, very important.
wow.
You know, one of the great things about this activity is this whole idea of each kid, regardless of their differences or abilities, you know, to be able to feel a sense of accomplishment and success. Because it's so important for them to come out of a classroom experience loving themselves.
And
Yay.
feel empowered. It's beautiful. More?
More.
Where do I hold this?
Hold it up a little bit higher so you hear. There you go.
You hold it higher. There you go.
I'm the great grandma in the group. We have all these generations here, except the youngest generation.
Oh, really? You're a great grandma?
I have
That's fantastic.
grandchildren. 2 more on the way. And I only
How
have
many?
2 children. One of them is her. I have 2 children, 8 grandchildren, 14 grandchildren. Great grandchildren. Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
Wow, that's so cool.
Wow.
The
I
real
only
mission
have
is to know
7
all their
grandchildren.
names.
Well, I just said you have a I was talking to you. You have a cheerful smile, which is thoughtful and nice. Generous love makes people happy and thankful.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much. Have we got everybody? Have we embarrassed everyone now?
Who else want to come up?
Anyone else? I can't hear.
I think we
No, I
got,
think.
yeah, the ones who wanted to share, share.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we have to respect that.
Yes, yes. So
But,
the next piece of this that is really, I think, was very effective and empowering, and we'll ask your permission as well, is we asked the kids to create a blog. And everybody know what a blog is? It's just like an online journal where you write, you post pictures, and you write. So we had the kids use those 4 words and then write about them on their blog. And then they were required to not only write about their own experience, but comment on everyone else's. And then Marty and I went back in and commented on each child's work. So it's really a great learning experience to not only share things and realize that other people care about what you have to say, but get feedback and give feedback. So they learned a lot of collaboration and cooperation through the blogging experience. So if you folks wouldn't mind, we would love to post the results of your work on our blog. So if you're not comfortable, that's okay. If you are, then we will put it up on both our Pinterest board, which we created for this event, and on our blog, and we'll talk about how kindness translates across the ages. Doesn't matter how old you are, it's still fun, it's still great to talk about it and do things related to it, if you agree. Okay. So, what's next on our program? I think it's the wiggle waggling, isn't it?
yes. Now, this I want to see.
Monica, Brittany.
Now,
Lead the way.
We're here.
Yes. So, I don't know if you guys are up for this or not. I could just tell them what it is and show them. How many of you like to dance?
Jenna, do you have the video of Monica's kids doing the wiggle waggle?
Yes, of course.
Could we watch that so they can see what it looks like in the classroom?
Okay. Yeah, let me go get it. Let me go get it.
I was also, if you could, you know, show them the Pinterest page with all the.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Really good idea. So, would you like me to send you the link, or should I?
Can you show it real
Or
quick?
should I? Well, I just don't know if it. Yeah, I can try. Let me try. Maybe explain what the wiggle waggle is.
One of the important things that we're trying to do through this project is, you know, in terms of, let's just look at the writing and vocabulary development piece of it, is that, you know, we have the kids learning a single concept like kindness. Then we have them learn and share all the words that they could possibly come up with that relate to kindness. Then we ask them to write a sentence. Then we ask them to write a blog post. So you can see the natural evolution from the beginning of the process right through to actually writing something that is several sentences, not just one sentence. In terms of the teaching that is always the most effective, you're trying to get children to be able to experience an idea and express an idea on a variety of media platforms and that cater to a variety of different modalities. Because some children are more comfortable with one media versus another. Some children learn by doing, some learn by seeing, some learn by hearing. So in the spirit of the kids that are going to learn to do something by doing, Jenna somehow brilliantly came up with this idea for a dance that she calls the wiggle waggle. And what we do is that as part of the activity, and I think it was in Nebraska, wasn't it, Monica, that we did the first wiggle waggle?
Yeah, with her third graders.
Okay, so
well, I have it pulled up. Tell me if you can see my screen.
We just see a black screen, but why don't you see if it'll play?
Okay, let's see. Can you see anything?
I hear it, but I don't see it.
Okay, let me go back and try again. They are so cute, I have to say. They're absolutely adorable. Okay, let me see.
Maybe better if they use the URL there. Oops, there it is. There it is. It's
you got it?
No, almost blinked on.
It did?
Yeah, I saw it for a minute. Second.
Okay, well, let me go back and try again. Maybe it just takes a little while. You know what I can do is put the link into the chat in Google Plus, Brittany.
Okay.
Let's see if that works, okay?
Yep.
It's worth seeing if they can. Here we go. Did you see it on the right-hand side?
No.
So on the left-hand side, if you hover over it, you'll see a blue box with lines in it, and you have to click on it. It says chat.
A blue box with lines in it. Have you used the
On
chat?
the left-hand side of Google Plus.
It should be on the left side. Where is it at?
You have to hover over it. Go to the top of your screen. And then you should have chat.
No, I know what.
Here you go.
You see it, Brittany?
Hold on. It's there. Probably.
So if you click on it, it should play. You don't see the link? The link is right here.
Oh.
Put it in again.
Oh, there it is.
It just showed up.
Okay.
Got it. All right, it's loading.
Okay, it's worth the wait, guys. It's hilarious. The kids are just precious.
Things that I
This is the long version.
She was like way in there. I think she was over here. She didn't like it.
What happened? They all fell asleep. Well done. I'm tired.
I always tell them they need to work on their snoring. And we've got a slightly shorter version of this now. So that's a taste of the quilt project, and of course you see the actual results there at the two quilts. I should mention that the kids also made a chalk version, and if you haven't seen that, you should absolutely go to our Pinterest board and see it, because they are incredible. Let me put that link in there.
Yeah, and then I think we can go and just see if folks have some questions, and then let them go off and enjoy the rest of their
Experience the quilt, yeah. Experience the quilts.
Oh yeah, and definitely use the iPads to see the videos that are embedded in the quilt.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, we have plenty.
Here's the link to the Pinterest board where you can see the chalk drawings.
Okay.
So does anybody have any questions for either myself or Marty?
What do you go to on Pinterest what? To get you?
If you go to, I think it's CritterKin, and then there's one that's labeled CritterKin Quilting. CritterKin.
They want to know how to get to the Pinterest page and how to get to the blogs.
Well, I put the Pinterest board, I put the Pinterest link into the chat, and if you guys want to leave your email addresses, I'm happy to send each of you all the links. But you can also go to CritterKin.com, where we blogged about this extensively. So.
Well, we can send it to them now.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions? I should mention that Marty is the person who got the Magic School Bus on the air. So he has a lot of experience with children's media, if you have any questions about that.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that was interesting about the whole development of our movie and TV making at Scholastic, which began at 1978, was the whole idea of building on the books the kids were reading, and using that as the basis to produce children's programming. So that, of course, led to the Magic School Bus, Babysitters Club, Goosebumps, the Indian in the Cupboard feature film, and other programs as well. So here again, with CritterKin, we're starting out with the book as the fundamental storytelling medium for kids to react to and use as the source of their learning and enjoyment. And we start there, and it all moves out from the book.
Yeah, which, by the way, I think on the back of your program you can see the order form if you want to get your kids copies.
Yes.
There's a free version of the very first book that you can download digitally.
Of Poco a Poco. And the book that all of these activities that you've seen today is based on is Lead with the Heart.
Yeah.
And what was really interesting about the activity, Monica, I think you would see this, and you folks will see it in the Pinterest pages, is the kids read the books. They had their noses in the book. This wasn't like, let's do all the audiovisual media stuff and forget about the books. If reading is put in a context of a larger project that is inherently engaging and interesting to the children, they're going to want to read the books. So, you know, if we go back to the original Magic School Bus television series, one of the most successful components of that program was the novelizations we did of each and every episode of the show. So the kids didn't just, you know, watch an episode. They went back and read the books and did activities with writing and reading that were related to the show's content. So none of this should happen in a vacuum, and we never want to or ever did pit one media against another. Each of them have equal importance, and what you find is that at the core is that every child loves storytelling, and if you're developing their capacity to discover their own love of storytelling, it will take them to reading, and it will take them to movies, and it will take them to storytelling as it exists in all the different media platforms that it occurs. And I think as teachers, we don't need to or want to make one platform more important or more significant to the other, because each of them is potentially the doorway for a child discovering the power of story. And when they discover the power of story, they will inevitably become readers.
Yes, yes, yes. So any more questions?
No, I think they're good.
I hope that
Great.
you guys have been taking pictures and that you'll be kind enough to share your drawings with us.
Absolutely. Brittany and I have both been taking pictures.
Fantastic.
Lovely. Wonderful. And
It
thank
was
you for,
terrific to meet you all.
yeah, thank you for taking time out of a summer Saturday.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to lead with your heart.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks so much.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.